Hello, my dear friends. Brother Sean is my name, and I am an enclosed contemplative lay Franciscan monk who is a member of the Teo community of Franciscans, a community who follow in the footsteps of Francis. But the difference between us and the conventional Franciscans of the Christian Church is that we do embrace all faiths by welcoming them into our community to share their love of the Supreme and to break bread with us in friendship. You will already probably have watched some of the other videos that I've done about the Field of Dreams for Peace. The Field of Dreams for Peace is not my vision, although I've nurtured it since I was given it by St. Francis back in 2008 when I knelt at his tomb in Assisi. And I have very little recollections of that time other than a strong feeling in my heart where the Lord Christ, the cosmic Christ, with Francis, a 12th century mystic, who embraced interfaith and was a great lover of Sufi and Rumi. And the vision is very simple. It is to unite men and women of different faith groups in every country of the world who will live together as a loving community, embracing the Supreme with Gaia 3 times a day in prayer, through chanting, and through the Canticle of the Creatures, which is like a whirling dervish experience. But we come in love. And the Field of Dreams that we're pioneering here in the UK is where a group of monks, men and women of different faiths, will live together in their own little eco-sustainable home, maybe an eco-pod, and will have their own individuality and respect. But we will eat together and we will pray together, but we will also work for the common good. And we will be joined by the friends of the community who are not monastics, but they will be there to support us because we take 7 vows, one of which is the vow of providence, where we're prohibited by our legal document, known as our constitution, from applying for any form of funding for our livelihood. And that makes sense because it frees us up from the worry of money. But there's another powerful way that you can help us. And that way is very simple. It won't cost you anything. I'm not doing a short video for you to invest in us yet, because it is part of the vision to become an eco-sustainable community and to become registered as a cooperative, where we will have shareholders with 1 vote, and that will be open to you, members of the community and the public, where they will have an interest in what we do. But what I want to share with you is a practical way that you can help us. And the first way is prayer. And prayer is a wonderful gift that we, when we use our gift of free will and come into the presence of the Supreme, the presence of Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, or your spiritual teachers and guides, and just hold us momentarily in your heart and send love, light and blessing to the Field of Dreams for peace. But to underpin that prayer, for it to become effective prayer, we're inviting you to join us in giving up 1 meal once a week, to fast with us, because prayer and fasting are like a hand and a glove, don't you think? Because the hand in cold weather is cold, but when you put the glove on, you've got warmth. So prayer accompanied by fasting for the right intention is a very powerful demonstration of love. and commitment, sincerity. So why am I asking you to do this? Well, because we are working for the light in service to a supreme Father, Mother God, where we come to God through the natural world, the cathedral of life. Our church, our cathedral is nature. That's where we find our God. Like Francis, he didn't live in monasteries, he lived in a cave. He lived on the land and the animals loved him. And today there's been a great resurrection, like an epiphany moment, where many men and women who sense alienation from their religious families are wanting something devoid of dogma, as I do. They're wanting something that's simple, tangible, and achievable. And that's why Francis asked us to set up the Teo community of St. Francis into spiritual Franciscans who embrace all beliefs, all lifestyles, to unite brothers and sisters who sense an alienation from their church and many who have fallen away from their belief in a loving God. And that is tragic, but we are here not to convert you to our way of living. We have a very simple rule of life, and it's where we invite you to write your rule of life, underpinned by the 7 keys of Franciscan spirituality. We do not dictate to you that you must be a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew, a Hindu, or a Sikh, or a Baha'i. No, we invite you to honor your spiritual traditions and come and share the wealth of your teachings with us, so that together, as a loving family, a spiritual community of like-minded soulmates, that we can come to the supreme in love, where there is no hatred, no agenda, other than to be of service. And when you think about it, we all share the same loving Father, Mother God, though we may have different belief systems because of the labels that we've inherited from childbirth. I was brought up a Catholic Christian, and yes, I entered a Catholic monastery of nursing monks. But in my heart, I've always remained attuned to that of Christ, the barefoot Galilean, not the Christian concept of Jesus. And I identify with Gandhi. I like your Christ, but not your Christians, because your Christians are not like your Christ. That is a mouthful, but so true. And as a Catholic Christian, I am not here to impose my Catholic dogma or doctrine. I am here as one like you in service to a loving supreme God, to embrace the divine in you, and for you to embrace the divine in me, and together share Franciscan hospitality, which is a hug, which is forgiveness, tolerance, respect, acceptance, and together listen to the voice of love speak to us. Yes, we are looking at various properties, but to keep the vision simple, we are ideally looking for that field where we can build the ecopods, where we can live that simple life, and where we can share everything for the common good of all, and reach out to the community at large and support battered men and women, those who've come out of prison, those who are homeless, ex-offenders, ex-drug users, the professional who's burnt out in their professional life. Offer them a safe haven where they can come and be still, receive therapy, counseling, support. But to do that, we need prayer. Because we are working with the light, naturally, we are attracting a lot of dark forces that are trying to stop this beautiful vision becoming a reality. And there are 7 with myself called the Mighty Companions, who are giving this our best shot. Yes, we need skills, but God will provide. But we need prayer accompanied with fasting. So if you are willing, join us. And as you give up one meal a week, during that meal, instead of eating, offer up a prayer and let us together see the miracle unfold. And thank you. From my heart, I bless you.